Okay, before talking about each of the different biomolecules, let's just set something up for this. So I told you about monomers and polymers and how a monomer is a subunit. Monomer means one, polymer means many. Okay, so monomer means one and polymer means many. So what I'm gonna put here in this table is we'll talk about three of the biomolecules, and we'll see what's the polymer and what is the monomer. So for example, in terms of polysaccharides, so polysaccharides, a polysaccharide is a big chain of sugars, all right? Things like, for example, starch and cellulose. So what this is the polymer. The monomer for a polysaccharide is going to be a monosaccharide. Monosaccharide. Okay, mono for one. Another polymer is going to be a polypeptide. Polypeptide, which make proteins. You can hear proteins. Okay. Um, Polypeptide really, we'll talk about them later, but they're not. They're you use polypeptides to make protein. Sometimes there's just one polypeptide floats around for a protein. Sometimes you need more than one polypeptide to make a protein. So just keep it as polypeptide. And again, here the word poly is there. What is going to be the monomer for a polypeptide? An amino acid. Okay, this is going to be an amino acid is the monomer of of a polypeptide. And then finally, we're going to talk about a polynucleotide. And these are also known as nucleic acids. And things like, for example, your DNA. Polynucleotide is going to be a big chain of different monomers called nucleotides. A nucleotide. Okay, now that you have the monomers and the polymers, now we can talk about the different biomolecules. And these biomolecules are going to be big four. Let's write them down so we can keep them in mind. They're going to be your carbohydrates. Carbohydrates. Okay. Lipids, like your fats, for example. Proteins, which, by the way, you're made of proteins pretty much. And also nucleic acids. Okay. These are going to be our four main biomolecules or macromolecules. And just one more thing, I want to go back to the beginning. These are all based on carbon. Okay, so you're going to see a lot of carbon within these biomolecules.